Go ahead and record. Um, one, two, three. We're ready. Hey guys, this is Jonathan with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros, and I'm here with Jesse of Propel Pressure Cleaning. How you doing, Jesse?
I'm good. How are you today, Jonathan?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thank you for taking your time, going ahead, and just reviewing your business, working with us, and things like that, man. I really do appreciate your time that you took today.
Absolutely, no problem. I enjoy doing it.
No problem, man. So before we get started, man, tell us about yourself and about your business and how you got started. Like how many years you've been in business, what you're doing right now, and things like that.
Uh, I started it like 8 years ago. At first, it was just something to do, a good tax write-off. But since then, I have actually utilized it to start making money, and now it's become very profitable, and I'm excited about it.
You're excited about it?
Yes,
What do
I'm
you
very
think?
excited about the future.
You're very excited about the future? Because I know for you right now, you do this, you have a main job and then you do this part-time as well, right?
I do. I schedule around my job, evenings, weekends, things of that nature.
So a real hustler, man, real hustler.
Got to, got to.
So what are your goals for the future when it comes to your pressure washing businesses, right? So what is your goal like in the next 5 years then?
Hire employees, not just have, like right now I have twins that are 17, so they do a lot of the work with me, along with somebody else, but I'd like to hire some full-time employees to run it while I am at work, where I don't have to be there overseeing a lot of things as much as I am now.
Hmm.
That is my plans, constantly grow.
Are your kids thinking about ever, joining you or starting their own, or they kind of have their
Uh,
own plans going forward? Because what's going to happen whenever, they leave?
I
I'm
think
just
they only want to know how profitable it is if they do that. If they're going to stay. If not, they're going to join the military.
No, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. Because that's kind of how we met. So, tell people about kind of how we met then as well, if you don't
Uh,
mind.
well, how it worked is I exhausted about everyone I knew that I could wash their house. I put out as many signs I possibly could,
Hmm.
and I just needed more work. So I started Googling SEO companies, local SEO companies, and yours was the first one to show up, man. So you're the first cat I called,
Hmm.
and that's how it all started right there.
It took off from the races because
Yeah,
if you're good at SEO, you're going to show up for those kind of search terms, right?
that's how I thought about it. Like this cat can make his website show up first. Definitely gonna be able to make mine.
Definitely, definitely. So me and you have, I wouldn't say we've been working because we started 2019 really when it came to your website being finished and your SEO getting started around May time, right? And so,
Right.
but I know that me and you started talking in like February of last year. So it's almost been about a year, right? So tell me a little bit about the problems that you were having this time last year before we started working together. Because I know that you told me in the past that you worked with other, you have worked with another SEO company, your website and things. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, how it is, I made my own website in the beginning with GoDaddy, and it was on there and it looked really pretty to me, but it just didn't show up when you Google things.
Hmm.
But when I did put it on there, the only calls I was getting was from SEO companies trying to lure me in and things of that nature. And I ended up making a mistake going with one of those cats for a 6-month contract, which didn't do anything for me. Um, so that's when I started, looking around like I need to take this more serious. You can't just, somebody calling you a lot of times, a lot of hot calls don't always work. And it didn't work for me. And that's how I hired my first SEO company. So when I
And
came around, go ahead.
no. I definitely understand that. A lot of the guys that I talk to in this pressure wash industry, they say the same thing to where they've kind of got burned by that SEO company that's just like, cold calling and doing things like that. And they give us kind of a bad rap. It's kind of like the $99 guy in your guys' industry where they clean a
Yeah.
house, they do it for, which I'm not saying the $99 guy is bad because we all have to start somewhere, right? We always have to start somewhere. But if you maintain those prices going forward and you still have you haven't increased your level of expertise, then at that point, you're ruining the market for other people that are there. So it's kind of like how it is SEO with us. It's like you meet other people that don't do a good job. So when you're able to provide value for them, it's kind of like, I've already used you guys. I don't trust companies like yours. I'm going to do it myself. And in those
Yeah.
long term, those guys are hurting their business.
They are definitely are hurting it. And if you're doing quality work, you don't have to charge. You don't have to be the lowest guy in town. If
Hmm.
you're doing a good job, you don't have to.
Exactly.
Completely
So
believe that.
No, exactly, exactly. So what is your business like now that you've like after we built your website, your SEO for you? Because I know that's what you had originally hired us for, was to build your new website and then also do SEO on it as well. So how are things looking now? Frequency of calls and things like that, and the kind of jobs you were able to get.
They're looking a lot better. I don't know if you noticed, we're having trouble with the connection because you're completely still and you're kind of buffering in and out. Is it
I
the
can hear
same on
you.
your end?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you now.
Um, how it started, it was horrible. I mean, you couldn't find me on Google or Bing or anything you look me on. Now I am currently on the first page, in the top three in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Hmm.
Um, and we're constantly improving upon that. And you're constantly making it more difficult for yourself by not doing pressure washing in Warner Robins, Georgia, just doing pressure washing. So I really appreciate that and showing me how you can continually grow in that. The phone is ringing really. I mean, it's doing a lot better than it was a year ago. It was horrible. I mean, that's why I was reaching out to you. But it is keeping me busy, and I've got some really high-paying jobs off of this. This really pay. I mean, once it starts, when it pays for itself, SEO does. I hire somebody to do it. It really just pays for itself many times over.
No, I know.
And
I mean, no, go on. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's became. I mean, it's you taking a chance on any of these cats out there. So I'm glad I took this chance because it really worked out for me. Very profitable, and I look forward to the future. What else you got for me, John?
Oh man, I love it. I love it because I love when I get your guys' because I have other clients. I love when I get your guys' emails or your phone calls saying that like, man, I landed this, and we won't say who it is, but just that 10K commercial job that you had done,
Yeah,
2 weeks ago. And so I know for you, when you land those kind of commercial jobs, when another commercial company reaches out to you, you can say, look, I did X, I did this company, you know what I mean? And I did their job. So it gives you kind of more that credibility.
oh yeah, all the apartment complex, every hotels I've done, it all came through Google. All the large jobs I've gotten this year. I mean, I asked them every one of them, like, "How did you hear about me?" It was Google. I googled you. I googled you.
And
Perfect.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that, man. I love to hear that. So my
That's
last
awesome.
question for yeah, man, it is awesome. So my last question for you, man, is if you're another pressure washing business that is not in the middle Georgia area, right? Because I'll caveat it with that. But if you're another pressure washing business that is not in the other, in the middle Georgia area, would you recommend our services for them?
Absolutely, I definitely would, as long as they're not near me. I would definitely recommend those cats to you. Go see Jonathan, Pressure Washing Marketing Pros. Go see them cats. They
hey,
got it
I,
going on.
hey, I really appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. But other than that, though, Jesse, like I said, man, I really do appreciate the time that you've taken out of your day in order to get on this call with me. And I definitely do look forward to seeing your business grow within these next 5 years as well. Because man, we're in it, man. We're partners, man. This is
That's right, man. We started
partners,
this
man.
in the beginning, you and I.
Yeah, man. We did start this in. If everybody doesn't know as well, Jesse was my first pressure washing client as well. So he's the one that really kind of motivated me into joining this industry, telling me all the challenges and things like that. And
I
after,
had to convince him that it was an untapped market. There was no good guys in it. You have to be the guy. Make it, do your thing here. Because everybody I met before that was just shady. So I was like, Jonathan, you do this. There's so many people out there that need your service.
yes, definitely. And so I owe a lot of my success as well to Jesse. Also, I owe a lot of that to Jesse as well because he's helped me in this, like kind of learning the industry and things like that. So I'm really grateful for this. I think things happen for a reason. I wouldn't have gotten where I've gotten if Jesse had never searched local SEO company. Because I knew about pressure washing businesses, but I never knew about like how lucrative of an industry it was.
It's a great industry. It really is. I love it. And I'm glad I could convince you to do it for me. I'm glad it worked out. I mean, because you've kept my business going. So I owe it to you as well.
Yes, and
We're in
I
this
really
together now.
we are in this together, man. We are in this together. And I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing both of our companies grow in these next 5 years too, man. I really do. I really would like to see where we're both at because I think we'll be sitting pretty good. Sitting pretty
Oh, we
good.
are. We're going to be great, man. You know.
But all right then, man. Well, thank you. And like I said, I really do appreciate you taking out your time. And yeah, me and you will talk soon though. And you know, everybody
Absolutely.
else, hopefully everybody else, you guys can either give me a call, or if you know you guys are interested in all that, you guys maybe even reach out to Jesse as well. But
If
yeah,
you got any questions, please give me a call. I'll be straight with you.
sounds good. Well, thank you, Jesse.
All right, John. Have a good day.
You too.